welcome back to UKSG Red 2024. We are here in Glasgow, Scotland. It is 4:36 in the morning. Welcome to the Graveyard Shift, and we are raising money for Crisis. You can donate with the links below the stream or type !donate in the chat to get a hot link delivered directly to your chat window. Oh yes. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're all about here. We would love to shout out ESA and BSG for their continued support of our event, where we have so far raised $3,426 for Crisis. Now, it is time for the wonderful TomboD99, who's going to be running God of War 2018. Tombo, take it away.
Thank you very much. Okay, so this is Valkyrie %, which means we're going to try and defeat all the Valkyries, including Sigrun, which is the final one. We're on New Game Plus file, which means it's a New Game Plus file. It's very hard, which is the hardest difficulty, and we're not allowed to use the best armor. We have to use the second best armor, which doesn't do as much damage, but it's about the same defense-wise. So I'm just going to get into the run because there's a lot of sort of traveling about. So time starts. Does anybody want to come press the button for me, because I actually have to do stuff when I start the run? So is there anybody want? Come on. All right, I will count you down. All right, ready? Just press the button in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
That's fine.
So this is Niflheim. We visit all the realms that are available in the game, because each one has a Valkyrie in it. Niflheim's thing is that you have this maze, and normally what you would be doing here is going in, and the mist will slowly kill you. I'm going to wait here now because I got stuck on the wall and I don't want to die because this is a marathon. And there's all these traps, and you go around and then you wait and you try and get out before the mist kills you. But here we don't want to worry about that. We just need to worry about the Valkyries. So we're going to use all our runic attacks here. So each weapon has a light runic attack and a heavy runic attack. We're going to use all of them. Then we're going to use a realm shift, which slows down time. We're going to use Atreus's runic ability, which is to summon these wolves, which is the main goal is to stun the Valkyrie here and do as much damage as we can to start with. We get another little realm shift there by dodging at the right time. It's not as long as the one we did at the start, but it's still pretty good. And then should be able to, yeah, that's the first Valkyrie done there. So a lot just happened there that I didn't have a lot of time to explain. So a realm shift, we have this talisman that allows us to do a realm shift, which is basically slowing down the enemy, but we get to do, we go at normal speed and we do more damage. I'll explain the best damage that we can do when I'm in a room where I don't have to move about and we're just waiting, because I'll be able to show it off without actually having to fight a Valkyrie. So that's the first of the Valkyries. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab her helm, which we'll need later on. And then I'm going to wait for this little pop-up screen to come up. Because if I don't wait for this, then it doesn't save. And then I'm going to quickly restart from checkpoint. So if I do that before the pop-up, then the Valkyrie stays alive, so we don't want that to happen. So now this is the fastest way to travel in this game. It's called an agile strike. Basically, if you're barehanded, so you're not holding any weapons, and then you dodge forward and attack, you do this agile strike. And if I'm holding aim while I do that, I can basically chain them together. Sometimes that happens, which is really annoying. Which really bugs me, a lot. So this is the realm travel room. This is basically how you travel between all the realms in the game. It takes a bit of time, obviously, to travel in the realm, so this is a good little bit for donations and for me to explain stuff. So if you want to go for anything, if you would like to say.
I mean, were you just throwing it over to me just because you're feeling lazy, or?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't have. There's something I could explain here. Actually, you know what? No. So
I'm going to talk over you now. No, go ahead, please.
No, okay. So yeah, basically the way that we do the most damage to the first 8 Valkyries is we do a normal light attack, and then it changes our stance, and we can go into these heavier attacks. So what we want to do is we want to do a light attack and then the heavy, which does that, and then a light attack again, and then a heavy. And you're going to see me doing that a lot as the run goes on. You could probably, if you have anything to say, you can say stuff now.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you so
You're very
much
welcome.
for thinking of me in that way. Don't forget, everybody, we're raising money to support Crisis. Crisis is a charity that supports people out of homelessness for good. Achieving this through education, training, and support with housing, employment, and health. 90% of your donations go directly to Crisis, and 10% of your donations come to UKSG to help us run our future events.
I just got the quickest load I've ever gotten in this game. This is a good PC. I like this PC. I just think that was
This is
nuts.
what your 10% goes to.
Yeah, so we're just going to do the same again against Gondor. We're just going to use all of our runic attacks here. Stun her here. And then Realm Shift, use Atreus' wolf attack here. And just do as much damage. What we're trying to do here, especially with these attacks, is get elemental damage in. That attack is undodgeable, so I'm going to use my Rage that will basically like get her out of the attack. This one I need to dodge back, and then if I dodge there, I can get... Okay, she was going to do an attack there, which is slightly annoying, so it's a good thing I dodged her out of it. If she hits me there, that's like I'm just dead. Just like there's no coming. I just die. So luckily we beat her there. We managed to dodge it perfectly, which is actually a lot. It's quite difficult. So yeah, so that was the second Valkyrie. Slightly different about this Valkyrie. Normally afterwards, Atreus, Mimir, and Kratos have a little conversation about what's going on, and we would normally skip those by restarting from checkpoint. But here, we don't have to do that. We just get out. I need to grab my axe. Well, first I need to get his helmet. Then I'll grab my axe, because if I don't, then it does this really slow animation when I go to the portal, which I'm about to get back to the realm travel room. Put the axe away, and then make our way over to this portal. This is like the portals that you use to get around specific realms. Oh, I just traveled to the wrong bit. Luckily, these load times are incredibly good, so it's not going to cost us a lot of time. It's just incredibly embarrassing, and we're not going to talk about it, please. I had to go down instead of up. So yeah, so here we're just always going to restart from checkpoint because we time this with in-game time, and it stops the timer by restarting the checkpoint, so we don't have to wait for the portal to open once we go through the first one. Okay, so that was Muspelheim, the Fire Realm. We're now going to head to... Don't tell me. Alfheim we're going to go to. The land of the elves. So the first 4 Valkyrie, we have this buffer where if we die, we have a resurrection stone, which will like basically unkills us, re-alives us. I don't know. It brings you back to life. And so for the first 4 Valkyries, we can use that because if we use it, we then go right next to a shop, which is where you buy them. But later on, for the last 4, I could use them, but I choose not to because I never go near a shop again, and I really need that resurrection stone for the final Valkyrie, the Valkyrie Queen Sigrun, who is just a beast, and I will definitely need that resurrection stone. So we have a little bit of a buffer for these ones, but for the last 4 we don't. Okay, so these portals are easy. There's no chance of me going to the wrong one because there's only 2. And I can't go to the one that I'm at because that would be silly. So we're just going to restart checkpoint again just so that we aren't actually wasting time. Go through the portal, and then you're going to see this sort of chamber a lot. The rest of the Valkyries are in this like nearly identical chamber. They're just all in different spots. So this is Orin. She has been mean to me recently. and she hasn't been getting stunned for some reason when I want her to. And it's basically meaning that the fight is taking longer than it should. Because she has, yeah, see here, for some reason she wasn't getting stunned by the wolves, which she should have been. And Olren is really annoying because she, her attacks are just like, she goes in, tries to hit you, and then goes away. So we don't like her. This is a good one because I can just dodge, go behind her, and then do a heavy attack. Ah, see, yeah. That's a really hard one because if you get hit once, it just draws you in and then you can't get out. So we're going to use our Resurrection Stone. She just runs away. That was close. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, she's being really mean here. Oh, what? Okay, that's a death. I thought that would, me using the runic attack would not take any damage, but unfortunately it did. But oh well, it's you know, it's gonna go wrong. So we're just gonna try that again. Luckily now, we have the Resurrection Stone, so we don't have to worry about buying a new one, unless we have to use it again, which would be sad. Yes, hopefully she gets stunned by the wolves here. She does, that's good. We're able to do a little bit more damage. She doesn't get as stunned as I would want her to be though. So we're just gonna perfect dodge there. Do some damage here. She's gonna run away, I can't see her. It was painful. Yeah, so she's gonna run away and then she's gonna do that attack, which is mean. So you'll see sometimes the attacks, they'll either have no rings around them, which basically means that you can either dodge, block, or parry. I'm gonna just stay away from her this time so I don't die. They'll have a yellow ring, which basically means that you can block it, but you'll get stunned if you do, and then they can just hit you straight afterwards and mess your day up. Okay, this should be a. Yeah. That was difficult. God. Yeah, she's been for some reason recently she's been giving me a lot of trouble, which is weird because she never used to. Yeah, so yellow rings, you can block them, but if you don't get a perfect block, then it stuns you, and you're kind of stuck to just be obliterated by their next attack. And then you have attacks with the red ring, and if you can't block those, you have to dodge them. Yeah, they break your block. So not only are you looking for the attacks, you're also looking for what, you know, how am I gonna best block or dodge this attack, which can be quite stressful.
The fate of the Valkyries.
Sounds pretty important.
That's putting.
Yeah, so there they would have this little conversation where we can slowly move out of the room, but we're kind of stuck. So that's slow, so we're just going to restart the checkpoint, and then we skip that dialogue. So luckily we don't have to buy another Resurrection Stone. So we can just head straight back to the Realm Travel Room. So we only have to do... I move so quickly, that's nuts. Sorry, I'm just my PC must be so bad at home. Yeah, so this is the second last time we'll use this Realm Travel Room. One of the things you might notice there is I pressed circle on the door way too early, and then Kratos did this really slow walk up to it, and I hate that because it's time loss for stupid reasons. Like if I die to a Valkyrie, that's time loss for, you know, fair reasons, but pressing circle too early is just stupid. So yeah, so this is one of these Realm Travel Rooms, so if you have anything to say, now is a lovely time.
If anyone watching is interested in finding about other marathons, or perhaps even submitting to UKSG in the future, don't forget, check out oengus.io, that is OENGUS.io. You can find information about upcoming marathons all across the world, all the games being played, all the schedules, and much more. That's oengus.io.
Alright, so this is Helheim. This is the last of the other realms that we'll be visiting, because after this one we go back to Midgard, which is basically just Earth. One of the only things I dislike about this run is that you don't actually get to see the realms, because the landscapes in this game are really cool. So this one shouldn't give me any problems. I say that now, so I'm gonna die to it like 3 times. I didn't want to do that, but it looked cool, so we're gonna pretend that I did. So you'll see above their health, you see those there's like a little fire and a little ice. That's like elemental damage that they're taking. If that fire fills up, I forgot to hit her with the wolves, that was stupid. If that fills up, she basically catches on fire and she takes more damage. So we want that to happen. But if she's getting hit with the electricity, that fills up first. Oh, that's unfortunate. So yeah, so this is that's like, you just, if you get hit by that, you're just dead. So we're just gonna use the resurrection stone.
You'll be okay.
Oh. Okay, yeah, so that was me dead there.
That's once. So you said you were going to die.
Oh,
3
3 times to this one. I was like, oh, I've died more than once already, but oh no, okay, we'll just keep, we'll go for once. So yeah, so that jumping up with it, you know that they're going to do it because they shout Valhalla. And it's really mean. Like, you've got to be so fast and you've got to be so on it. And it helps when it's not 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, so here you can see she's not actually getting stunned by the wolves straight away, which is not optimal. I'm going to get behind her here and do the heavy. Okay, I took damage there for some reason. I shouldn't have. Okay, she's been a lot nicer here. She's doing a lot easier attacks. Yeah, so let's see that. Yeah, it was so much easier. Yeah, so that is the last of the outer realm sort of Valkyries. The rest are all going to be in Midgard, so we don't have to take this realm room that takes a little bit of time. We can just keep going from portal to portal,
Thank you for
which is a lot easier.
I have only
Basically, what's happening here is the Valkyries, Odin, who is evil, very evil, has he's cursed them into like a physical form, which makes them go a little bit evil. And so Sigrun, who's the queen, put them in these prisons to make sure that they don't do any damage to the outside world. So we're going to try and free them all. So they're actually really happy about us killing them, which you don't see a lot in video games. They're grateful. So this is the most exciting Valkyrie. There's lots of different like variations to Valkyrie percent that we can do. Hence why the title is so long. But on a lot of them, especially like on the easier categories, you don't really fight these ones. You just kind of cheese it, and you just defeat them really easily, and they don't ever attack. So that's a little bit boring to watch. So this is definitely the most exciting one, because I actually have to learn their movesets and try and not die, which I have been sucking at so far. So yeah, so that was the last time we could use the Resurrection Stone until the final fight. So now it's, if we die, we die. So we're just going to travel back to Midgard here. So if there's anything you'd like to say, now's the perfect time, because you're not going to have a lot more chances.
Oh, well, thank you so much. We would, of course, love to thank ESA for supporting this marathon. Besides providing us with their channel for streaming, hello everybody over at ESA Marathon. They are sharing gear and technical assistance with us. Don't forget, ESA Winter 2024 is right around the corner. It's from the 17th to the 24th of February. So tune in on the ESA Marathon channel to check it out. I'll be there.
I'll be there.
You'll be there?
I'll be there.
We'll see you all there then.
So yes, now we're back in Midgard. This is where you spend the majority of the game. This is like the realm with the most stuff in it. So you're gonna see that when I click up to this portal, because there's actually like a lot of things. So I know exactly how many I need to press to get to the right one. There's a lot of these restarting checkpoints here. It is literally just so much quicker, because if we don't, when he goes through that portal the first time, you kind of walk about, and you wait for the next portal to load, but by just restarting checkpoint, it just loads instantly. As this is Gunner, we kind of want to just kind of keep her in this corner here, which I haven't done straight away. I've kind of put her to the side, which is kind of annoying. That's a cool little attack here, because there's two pretty good dodges. Like the easiest attack to dodge. I'm gonna miss it and it'll later on. I'm gonna look very embarrassed. Yeah, so that was pretty quick. That went actually very well. That was pretty perfect actually. So we've got this one, and then the next one is really easy. The next one is Kara, who like, she's got so little health, and so we can basically kind of take all her health out before she ever does an attack, hopefully. And then after her, we have the hardest of the Valkyries. It's not the final one. So yeah, so we've got some fun coming up. You see me using the blades.
They aren't legendary for their social graces, all right?
You see me using the blades here more than the axe, just because the blades do like a lot more damage over a short period of time. It's just like the best DPI that we can be doing.
Sorry for distracting you. We were just mocking the dead Valkyrie.
The dead Valkyrie. Goodbye!
Bye.
So I'm just trying to remember how many I need to go down. It's 3. Yeah. So to restart checkpoint, I go between keyboard and controller a lot in this run, just because some things are a lot quicker to do on keyboard, whereas the actual gameplay I find a lot easier to do on the controller. Trace can get in your way a lot there, and it really does my head in. Especially like if you've just died, and then you're trying to get back to her really quick, and he's just like in the way. It can be really annoying. So I go between the light and heavy a lot. You'll see like the light is easier to build up the elemental damage, so I'll use the yeah, nice. So she never attacked there. She spawns all these Draugr, which are these undead sort of zombie guys. And very hard is so hard that even the little grunts that she spawns, if they hit you once, you will die. Which is just crazy. Like, I've never played this game on very hard apart from doing these runs, because I'm just not good enough to do it. So yeah, so luckily there we just about got it so that we killed her before the Draugr were able to attack us. If we'd been a little bit slower there, she would have flown away, and we would have had to try and run without getting hit, which is quite difficult because there's quite a few spawn around you. Sorry, I'm really used to splitting every time I grab one of those helms, so that's what I'm reaching for there.
Sounds like your queen is responsible, head.
Aye.
I keep forgetting to like place myself like in front of where I need to go before I quit out. So I just don't want to mess anything up that I'm messing things up, which is fun. Okay, so like I said, that was the easiest of the Valkyrie. Now we're going on to like one of the hardest. This one can go really well, or it can go really badly. It solely just like matters on what attacks they use. Like, you want them to use the attacks that bring them close to you, because then you can do damage. But sometimes they can just go up in the air and do these attacks that just they're not like scary that they'll kill you, but they just take time, and they stay away, so you can't actually damage them. So we don't want that to happen. So yeah, so this is air. We want to keep her in this kind of like little square bit, because that means that she'll stay close to us. We die if that hits us there, that little block that she's got. I'm going to use Rage there. So basically, Rage is a way of, if I don't know what attack's about to happen, or there's an attack that I can't block or dodge, if you use Rage, it basically stuns them out, or you won't take any damage if it hits you. So that's a really good sort of... Oh, that was close. That was so close. That was so close. So basically what happened there was... That went really well, by the way. Basically what happened there was they... this Valkyrie and some of the earlier ones, and then the final one, do this block where they put their wings in front of them. And basically, if a long amount of time passes, or you do enough, you hit their block enough, they like do this attack, and it's basically like just kills you, or they will do like a lot of damage. And if and sometimes they can do it, and because you're doing so much like stuff with like fire in front of you, or you've got the wolves running in front, you can't actually see that they've blocked. So you keep hitting them, and then they just do that attack, and it's just like, okay, cool. And it can just literally be just like 1, 2, 3, done, and then that's it. So you have so little time to react. But yeah, that went really great. I'm very surprised that one went. In my PB, I have 3 minutes of time save here, so yeah, that was some decent time save. So we've only got one more, and then we've got the final boss, which is Fun Times. So here I'm just going to put my blades away and try and get dodge towards the door. I actually remembered to do it this time. It is a shame that we skipped the dialogue, because you have Mimir, who is one of my favourite characters in gaming because he's Scottish. I just love that, you know. More Scottish representation in video games.
It does mean we can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, well, I can, so that's all I care about. Yeah, so this is the last non-Sigrun Valkyrie. Yeah, like I said, this is like we've seen this prison sort of area a lot, and this one shouldn't give us much trouble. I say that now. Sorry, sometimes I have to like kind of focus as to what I'm doing here. Like there, I forgot to send in the hounds. It's not too bad, because they came in anyway. Okay, I don't know what she's doing there, so I'm just going to use my rage just to stun her out of it. Because she's above me, I can't see. So, oh, that's a reset there. So that attack's quite hard to dodge, because she sends one really quick wave and then a bunch of little like projectiles at you, and you can't block the first bit, but you have to block the second bit. And if you do a long dodge, you can't block, so you've got to... There's a lot that goes into that. So that's fun. So yeah, so like I said there, we can't use our Resurrection Stone because we need it for Sigrun. So I just restarted from checkpoint, but that's okay. Yeah, again, we're just going to use Rage because I can't see what attack she's doing. And then I'm trying to get out of Rage. Yeah, so these are one of the times that I just look away and I dodge that attack. Oh, that was mean. Oh. Yeah, so see, dodge that one and then... Oh, that's a restart again. Oops. So that's another one. She does that flying, and she flies in and she grabs you, and then she just basically wipes your face on the ground, and it's just an instant death. Did I say right when I came in here that this wasn't going to be much trouble? I did, didn't I?
Probably.
Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, this is pretty good. I've got stuck into the wall here. I'm going to get behind her. Okay, just... Oh, that's so mean. That's so... Like, not enough time to dodge that. Ah, see, you did it again. I was ready for it. So sometimes you can see I'm spamming square, which is Atreus' attack. He shoots arrows, and on like New Game Plus, his arrows actually do a decent amount of damage. So it's good to just every so often, if you're not doing anything, you just spam square, and he fires 4 arrows. You wait a bit, fires 4 more.
She did this to you. She tried to
So
take over Midgard.
after this, we're going to head to the Council of the Valkyries, which is this little circle. These chairs that we place the helms that we've been collecting on, which will like summon Sigrun.
Perhaps she will answer our call.
So while we do that, because it takes a little bit of time, I'm going to explain kind of what we're going to do for the final boss here, which can be quite difficult. So here I can't really do anything because that comes up really quickly.
Looks like this
In the in New Game Plus, whenever you do something of significance, you get this thing called Scap Slag, which is like a resource for crafting armor and stuff. We don't need it obviously because like we are like fully suited and booted. Yeah, but annoyingly, whenever you place a helm down, in this next little bit, that Scap Slag little pop-up comes up, which is like, just takes time. Be quite annoying. Okay, yeah, so Sigrun's about to show up once we place all these helms. So what we're going to do for Sigrun is,
This is it, right? The rock's
basically this little like realm tear opens, and we run up to it, and press circle. She jumps out and attacks you. So we're going to do a quick agile strike to get close to her, and then that makes her do a specific attack. I'm saying this now because I'm not really going to be able to explain it while I'm doing it because it's quite difficult. So then we're going to do some dodge, and then we're going to try and do like a series of attacks that does like a little chunk of her health, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's really important that I do that because it, you know, the more damage I get done without her attacking me is really good. And then from there, we do what we've been doing before. We try and find a good opportunity to use all our runic attacks.
I don't think she can hear you, lad.
And then
The helms must only
from
be
there,
seen but a
realm
small
tear
portion of
shift,
their
so
monarch.
we slow her down. Hopefully she stuns, so we can do a lot of damage. And then we just have to try and
The mess left by their
like
absence.
hope that she does some good attacks that we can dodge and get in a little bit of chip damage here and there. And we just kind of want to chip her down all the way until we can use all our runic attacks again. And then if we get to that point, hopefully that should be it. That's a lot easier said than done. This takes time. It's difficult. But we should be fine. We're going to do it. We're going to do it first try. I've never done it first try. It's going to be even greater when I do it first try. I did one little practice thing before we started, and I didn't do it. But I did decently. So what I'm going to do here, because there's this massive block in the way, I'm going to try and dodge backwards before this happens. I got it, which is very cool. And that basically just puts me in a better line to getting to the next chair. Yeah. So obviously what you're supposed to do here is you're supposed to like defeat a few and then discover this area and then place them, but we just come here right at the end, so we have to place them all in one go. Oh, that's the wrong button. So that's the last helm placed. Oh, Paulister's here. Hello, Paulister. Yeah, so we're just going to quickly turn around. That's the realm tear. And then this is Sigrun. She wipes your face on the floor. And she's mean. All right, so we're going to quickly agile strike up here. Yeah, so this has gone well. Okay, she hasn't done exactly what I would want to do after that. This is mean. Alright, unlike on the Valkyries, I'm not going to do the heavy attack here. I'm just going to do the light attack. Okay, this is a shield block for that attack. We don't want to dodge because it's pretty undodgeable. That one we just want to dodge out of the way. We're going to do the light runic attack here, get a little bit more damage in. One of the things you want to watch is you don't want to be too greedy. That attack is undodgeable, so, and if it hits you, you die. So I have to use my rage there. Okay, now this one you can't really do much about. Like, it's really annoying because she goes so far away and it's quite a long attack. But we've just got to wait it out. Ooh, that's unfortunate. How's all my... Okay, so she's going to do some little attacks here. Okay, yeah, so see there, I didn't take any damage, but I lost all my rage. So now if she does that attack again, yeah, there's nothing we can do. That was a good dodge, that would have killed us. First try! We did it first try! Yes! Ah, that can be so difficult. You can just stand there, just batting your head against the wall, and like if she's just mean, then you're just never gonna be. So time is when she finishes talking. We grab her helm. This isn't gonna PB. It's very close to a PB though, actually. But unfortunately, we just had a few too many deaths to the start. But you know, I got a first try Seagram, which is really cool. One of the cool things that happened there is that she did that jumping up attack like continuously, and if you get the dodges perfect, you can do a lot of good damage like over a sustained period, which is why this actually didn't take too long, which is great. So yeah, I'm happy. This is great. So yeah, so I've been TomboD99. I'll just do my little shout outs here because we've got to just wait. Yeah, I'm TomboD99. You can find me on most things. TomboD99 is my handle on nearly everything. Shout outs to all the people in the God of War Discord for speedrunning. They're such a help. That's time. Oh, that was really close. So yeah, so they're great. Whenever I need help with anything, I just message them and they're great. Shout outs to all my friends and family at home who put up with me when I spend 8 hours in my room just practicing this one final boss. And shout outs to the PlayStation Nation, obviously. I love you all. I will see you in a few weeks at ESA. And thank you, UKSG, for having me. So yeah, so this was God of War Valkyrie %. I'm very happy with how that went. I'm underestimated by a very decent amount. So yeah, that was great. Yeah, I'll throw it back to you.
Thank you so much, Tombo. Thank you for coming and showing us your very hard-nosed Zeus Armour NG plus Valkyrie % skills.
You nailed that. That was great. That was
and
great.
it is it's always good to see a first try, even though just shy of a PB. But we will still take it every single time. Thank you so much, Tombo. Everybody at home, stick around. We'll be back very shortly with Drager, who's going to be running Bioshock any %, coming up after this short break.